Good morning, and welcome to Sunday Soul Talks with Lori Tivitot. Good Sunday morning to you. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. As usual, it's an unusual gray weekend here in Florida. No, not really much rain to speak of, but no sun, which is weird. Good morning. Good morning, Cynthia. I literally don't know what to talk about. I've got my camera on, my phone on this way, because I noticed when I put it up the long way, it's like, it doesn't go good on YouTube. It's, but when it's this way, the camera's over there. I'm not looking at the camera, or I'm not looking at myself. I find myself saying I don't know a lot, because like with Phoebe's sickness, I don't know. I literally don't know. Just keep sending her love and prayers. She's in the hospital still I don't know if she's in intensive care, but she's in a different hospital. He transferred her to a different hospital. And her mom's going up. So apparently what I heard is there's going to be a long recovery. So they're talking recovery now. So that's, that's good. Or whatever. I mean, whatever happens is good. Maybe that's what we'll talk about. How if she passes, how that would be bad in the ego's eyes. But it isn't. I was going to say, we are not promised another minute. And the thing is, these bodies and minds, yes, they are finite, but who we are isn't finite. That essence, that aliveness that we are, isn't finite. It's, what's the word I want? It's infinite. Infinite. Had my last day of school on Friday, and it was such a great day because everybody is going back on Monday just for a half a day, and Miss Ralston said it's no big deal. Oh, that's right. I'm going to visit Sherry in California on Monday. My flight leaves at 6 a.m. and I arrive there at 10:30 a.m. which will be 1:30 Eastern time. But she's going to take me up to the redwood forest and her cabin up north. It's a 10-hour drive from her place. And she's in the LA area. Somewhere around there. I'll know more when I get there. But I can't even believe it's happening. After Soul Talks last Sunday, she called me right away. I was still outside, and she's like, she planted the seed back in January that she really wanted me to go. And she said she would help me money-wise, which she did. Because Peter, that's another thing. Okay, so Peter wasn't happy when he found out because he went into his, with all of my trips, he gets, I've been over the world with other people paying. And he hasn't been to any of these places. Now, you can see the Lori character feeling bad, like there's something wrong. But I said to him, while I was still on the phone with her, because it wasn't stupid money to go to California at last minute like this. Literally a week and a day. It was not expensive at all. So I said, because he went into, I feel stuck here. And I can't, when someone feels stuck, it is because of the mind, the thought process saying, I'm stuck, and believing it. Because even if he had this opportunity to go with Sherry, to go with Jeannie, to go with Christina, to go anywhere with someone else, he wouldn't take it. And I brought that up. And he said he thought about it after I walked away. And he realized that that's true. He doesn't want to go anywhere or do anything with anybody except me. And he's focusing all his thoughts of lack of money onto the cabin up north. And he's like, don't you want it? I'm like, of course I do. That's not even a, but when you think finitely with the body, mind, those thoughts of lack and not enough, there's not enough money when you're not enough. And I know he carries that, and I can't change it. I can't change it for anybody. All I can do is present this message, and it's up to you whether you take it or not. And he does not listen. He doesn't want to give up the victim me. But when we go up there, he's going to rent a excavator and do excavating work up there that doesn't need to be done right now, which is taking away from the cabin being built. So, So I brought that up. So he just likes to work out there, and I'm not taking that away from him one bit. Go for it. Do what you want to do, because it isn't finite, and I don't think he's going to get it until he sees. But it's about, like I said, was it last week? It's about seeing it first in your mind, believing it, then seeing it, not the other way around. Because we're taught seeing is believing. But it's just the opposite. Our minds, and I don't want to make our minds the enemy, because you need it. You need it for daily, quote unquote, planning, but just not hanging on to the plan. I'm seeing in my mind, trying to pack, trying to put itself in scenarios of what it could be. It doesn't know. It doesn't know. It thinks it knows. There's no zero knowing. Even this message, zero knowing. That's why I say don't believe what I say. Take what feels good inside of you. Take what resonates in you and leave the rest. Don't take it on as belief. Just feel it. If it feels good, deep breath. Good morning, Margie. It says Marge Fossman is watching. On the phone, it's different than on the computer because it does not say that on the computer. But, so I don't know if next Sunday is going to be, if I'm going to be, I have no idea. Because no, it's not going to happen next week. Because I'm not going to be, 6 a.m. I'm usually up at 6. I'm going to say maybe, but I'll post whether I'm going to be on or not. I don't know where I'm going to be. If I'm going to be up in Northern California by then, in Southern California, I have no idea. Because we don't have a plan. She's got a tentative plan. She rattled off some things about what we would be doing by the day, but I didn't hang on to any of it. I'm going by, that's the thing about being somewhere where it's not the same routine. Everything is new. That's why you're more alive when you're on a trip somewhere. You're in your joy, your happiness, because your mind can't predict. It can't anyway, but when it's a routine, like going to the same school, Riverdale High, all those for the past month, or close to a month, it's, driving there, the same drive, the same walk to the school, to pushing the button to get in, to go to the school. Everything was the same. So it can predict, or thinks it can. It thinks so much. Who was I talking to? Oh, another friend of ours that's close to Phoebe. They talked a lot. Her mind is trying to pinpoint what she has and what she needs to know. She's Googling. All of this is causing her so much angst inside. Whether she finds out, she's not the doctor. That it's in the doctor's hands. It is not in anybody's. Actually, it's in life's hands. All across the board. It's in life's hands, whether she makes it through or not, or what she has to go through. And they say that the script is already written. I don't know about that. I don't. There's been a lot of contemplation about it lately because Jonathan says it all the time. Nothing is random. I do see that. Nothing is random. It's meant to be. Okay, so in Hawaii, I used to be on Wisdom Dialogues with Hope Johnson, who came from Hawaii, who lived in Hawaii. And last week, a young man in his 30s, who everybody says was a really nice guy, he apparently recently got on drugs and he went on a rampage and killed 2 dear friends of Hope's. I'm talking dear, very close friends. Bob Shine was on her Wisdom Dialogues way back when it first started, which she said they started because of me, because she was posting things on Facebook. And I met her in Hawaii with my sister in 2012. And I followed her because I was so intrigued by her confidence, her being in herself. And she's just grown from there. She follows A Course in Miracles, and she's just very, there's forgiveness as that dog is barking. Forgiveness. That dog barks constantly. And it's probably going to bark through this whole video. But she wrote a beautiful thing about the two of them. And Chitta was her love interest for a time in the past couple of years. They were very, very good friends, and then it went into something else. But she learned a lot through him, a lot about herself. That's the thing. This whole thing is about learning about yourself. When you're finding yourself fighting what is, or judging, or... Okay, there was a girl, a young girl, at the school, the latest school I was at. Her name is Alexa. And she was a sweet girl, but Lori, as the very first day meeting her with the other girls, she's very tiny, gorgeous little body, which Lori inside was like there was an immediate discomfort. Probably jealousy, probably envy, probably that was what it was meant. And so there was a keeping away from her until the very end, where we just started talking, and I just saw how sweet she is. But before that, that whole beginning of that was when she came into the room, which she came in a lot. She was a cheerleader. And the Lori character there was a wall with her. A wall of envy and all the minds comparing, because she's tiny, that little belly, and she wore short tops and little short shorts, and that was for me to look and see where I couldn't be with that. That was for Lori to see because that's what the mind does, compares. And the number one thing our mind does, well, first of all, it believes it's not good enough, it's not worthy, and for all these reasons, all the reasons of she's fatter. That's the whole thing in this society for women. Now, the thing is, in Russia, the bigger the woman, the better. And Peter judges people who are too thin. In his eyes, too thin. Oh my God, he's disgusted. So that's his programming. And my programming is the thinner, the better. Ugh. All of that programming is to be seen. Alexa was my mirror to see where I'm putting myself beneath her because she has a better body. It's so ridiculous when you actually stop and see what it's doing. You gotta laugh at it. You have to laugh. Because if you don't, you take it serious, and then you got the wall up against somebody else. But the against somebody else is literally keeping your heart behind the wall. not theirs. They're going on with their life. You're the one suffering with the comparison and okay, listen. Okay, I'm the one suffering, not you. I'm the one suffering in pain through comparison. And the comparison can go the other way too. It can go, oh, but I'm wiser. She might have a better body, but I'm wiser. That's what it does. Oh, it's about loving it. Because it doesn't know any better. It doesn't. That's what it's programmed to do. It's literally a program of thought, a program inside that brain that took on this idea of this body, mind identity called Lori that needs to be a certain way in order to be worthy. What is your mind picked up? What is your thought process of how you have to be in order to be worthy of love? I was talking with somebody this week who said he's, because I said something, he threw himself under the bus, and I said, oh, what did I say? So my loving you is a waste of time, or my loving you is a waste? He says, I'm not worth it. He said something like that. I don't deserve it. That's what he said. I was like, what? Are you for real right now? You don't deserve it? I said, you are it. The love that you're seeking in somebody else is what you are, because nothing in this world will ever fill that void of I'm not enough. No worldly thing will ever fill that void inside. No amount of, I do this all the time, cars, houses, relationships is the number one. A new relationship is the number one aphrodisiac for the mind. To say, oh, I'm worthy. I must be good enough because this person thinks I am. That's so superficial and temporary. Literally temporary, because that old thought process is just dormant for the beginning of a relationship. Ooh, there was a post that I shared about the relationship from Eckhart Tolle this week about a new relationship and how it sparks that ego into, ooh, I am worth it. I am somebody. We really are nobody. Ooh, that's a hard pill to swallow for that mind. That we are nobody. There is nothing inside this body, no person, no me inside this body doing life. Life is being done through this body, depending on how the thoughts are being believed. You're thinking and believing. But it's okay. Oh, I got the shirt. It's okay on today. It's okay. No matter what, even if you go down a thought, a mind, life scenario that seems horrible, it's okay. It's okay. Because who you are isn't affected one bit by any thought, any worldly issue. It's not affected one bit. The aliveness that you are, the God self, no, that doesn't. I haven't said this in a long time. The ocean. You are a temporary wave. And when this temporary waveness ends, it goes back into the ocean. But you've always been the ocean. You just forgot. You've always been the ocean. You just forgot. And the only reason you forgot it, like, is they call it the veil of separation. The veil is the identities you hold of your me. The identities I hold of me is what keeps the separation from the ocean, if you will. The life force that makes that bird go across. It's so still out there. The water is still. That stillness is what you are. Eckhart Tolle also wrote a book called Stillness Speaks. That's where if you can get still, each time a thought comes in, when you try to sit still, the thought comes and wants you to go, get away from the thought. It's uncomfortable to sit still. Breathe. Come back to now. That's it. Come back to now. The only reality is now. Stillness speaks. That's where all your answers are. Inside. Carl Jung said, he who looks outside dreams. I'm paraphrasing, I don't know exactly. He who looks within awakens. Awakens to the dream of separation that never really happened. The ocean was always here. You just didn't see it because we innocently started believing I am a human. And in the dream, yes, we are. In the worldly dream of pain and suffering and joy and sorrow and every emotion there is. But it's a roller coaster of ups and downs. That's why when you hang on to something, I see in the past, every time I had an emotional high, there was an attachment to it. There was an attachment. Jeannie just went to a Bruno Mars concert, and she was in the front row, and they put her up on the screen, and he said, call me. He was singing to her. The angels scream, angels, something. I don't know. But she's over the moon, excited. But that excitement, if you get attached to it, then there's a come down. There's a high and a low, high and a low. Everything just is. There's nothing better and there's nothing worse. It's just happening. It's just life happening for you, not to you. We're not victims. Oh, so this guy went on this rampage and killed Bob Shine and Chitta. Killed them. Both. He and another person, which I don't know. I mean, I don't really know Bob or Chitta, but through Hope, I feel like I have. They've been on her thing so many times. I mean, Bob and I were right from the beginning, and he's gone. He's gone. His body and mind is gone, but he's not. What Hope wrote was so powerful, and how she's tuned into the spirit, the inside of herself. They are shining examples of, good morning, Alicia, of forgiveness. Because the automatic ego reaction, because especially the way they died, those bodies died, was pretty brutal. So the ego was like, it's like, he needs to pay. Obviously, and this is why I talked with my girlfriend, who was very close to Bob, and she was having a hard time with it. And God, I forgot we had this conversation on Friday about the senseless act of, but what did I say to her? Obviously, this boy was in pain. Severe mental pain inside, because no one that knows who we are and we're not separate from the others could do anything like that. Because whatever you do to somebody else, you do it to yourself. Like when I was, projecting comparison and jealousy or whatever, just those thoughts onto Alexa, I'm hurting me. Just those thoughts, never mind carrying out a heinous acts like he did, like this boy did. Boy, 36 years old. But we can't hold Chitta or Bob as victims. Not if I hold them as victims, there's a perpetrator. This goes way, again, this is going to stretch that ego to the max. Because it wants revenge. It wants him to pay for what he did that was wrong. They shouldn't be gone. Really? They shouldn't be gone. There's the word should. You're arguing with what is. It was part of the script. Oh, boy. It was part of the script. I'm seeing that now, because if you think it was random and out of order or it shouldn't be, you're suffering. Period. That mind, I'm suffering. I didn't feel that way from the beginning, but Goda was having a hard time, so whatever we talked about, she felt much better when we got off the phone. She always does. Being able to talk like this and the other side receiving it, saying right, because I was saying it's part of it. There is no, in reality, do I want to go here? I don't think I do. I don't think I want to go there. Because I'm not for sure. This has gotten me to see clearer that those bodies and minds were just part of the dream, attached to the me. When we believe there's a me here, believing in the body-mind identity, then there's bodies and minds out there too that shouldn't go. That's the dream of separation. Bob and Chitta and the other, and even the boy who committed the crimes. That's all the dream. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm seeing it, and obviously you guys are ready to hear it because it wouldn't be coming out. If you guys weren't ready to hear this, it would not be coming out of this mouth. Whoever hears this is obviously ready because you're hearing it, it's in your perception. I'm ready to hear it at this level too. Obviously. Those bodies and minds, Chitta and Bob, were not real. And I know that's going to be hitting that mind. They're only real in the dream of separation from God, from life, love, whatever this is. Can I feel the freedom in seeing this? And the clarity of this Lori character supposedly sitting, talking to others, herself, seriously talking to herself. Because you are me. There is no separation. Whoo! Wow. There is no separation. We are one love. Isn't that what Bob Marley? One love. One love. One life. Let's get together and feel all right. That's it. That's it. There's so many songs. Wow. Michael Jackson. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make the change. Wow. There's so many powerful, powerful songs out there. There's one by Kirtana called Who We Really Are. That's just who we really are. I've got Michael Jackson's Chain Man in the mirror in my head. Could there be more to this life we call mine than a journey through space or some storyline? The storyline is the dream from birth to death. The story. I'm going to have to post it because it is powerful. More to life than this body can sense. Than the mind can from experience. My gosh, I can't think of it. It's a beautiful song. And it basically, somebody was obviously awake when they, you know what? Every single one of you that entertains this every Sunday, you are awake. There's no way you can sit here and listen to this if you weren't. I remember Eckhart Tolle saying that. And I could feel the relief in that, because the mind's always saying, no, I'm not. Yeah, it's not enough. It's never enough for that little me. Just love him or her. That little innocent little me. Little Margie, little Cynthia. So innocent. Because we're all indoctrinated into this. And we are taught that this is reality. So we don't even question it. We're too little to question it. When we're little and taking on all these concepts and beliefs, we're told that that's a tree. It wasn't labeled before, so it wasn't, as a baby, it wasn't separate. It was part of the flow, the infinite flow. And then we label everything, and then foster the mind that has to know. Not knowing is the sweet spot. That ego just wants to be right at all costs. It needs to know. And that's sweet, too. It's sweet. The humility pill that had to be swallowed by Lori after the scam, because she believed she was helping somebody. Wouldn't even consider. I remember saying to Peter, if this is a scam, I don't want to live anymore, because distraction, that sound was not a sound I'm used to. It kind of sounded like the coyotes that we hear at night. Anyway, the scam was, the belief was because life was flowing. I mean, there was a lot of love being shared. I remember Pat, an elderly lady, saying to me, you know, nobody's going to blame you for this. They're not going to hate you for this. Because by not believing anybody who tried to save me from it, made them angry. Whew, like big time. Because I refused to believe it. I believed. That's where beliefs are different from knowings. Resonating. There's an osprey somewhere. Very close. And I felt it brought up so much humility, because I believed I was right, and I was going to prove to everybody that I was right and they were all wrong. And then after that, the pain. Sitting here day after day with the pain. That pain was necessary. All of it. To sit and feel it all. Oh, God. Now, doesn't mean you have to feel pain. But boy, oh boy, there was some deep unworthiness felt on a very deep level. Whew. I wouldn't be able to be doing my, what I do for work right now, for school. There's no way Lori would have, she would have been such a mess. With the not knowing, with the new people not feeling worthy of looking for their validation. Oh my God. Life is not random. It's happening for us. All of it is for the me to see through this illusion, this world, so you can be in the world, but not of it. As you're not of it to any degree, you remember the lightness that you are. Because the beliefs in separation or the identities are like a lead blanket, dumbing down, making you feel so heavy and worthless, which isn't true. It is not true. Even that young boy who did the killings, the senseless killings in Puna, on the big island in Hawaii, he's worthy. He is worth it. He doesn't believe it, obviously, but he is. Because those deaths are getting a lot of people to see. Those apparent deaths, I have to say, because who Bob and Chita were, those bodies and minds, were not. That's just part of the dream. The worldly part. It's the worldly piece. Who they really are, or were, is all of us, including that boy. Including that boy. Because he's only innocent. He's only guilty of believing his thoughts. We are all believing our thoughts. And if he believed they needed to die, their bodies needed to die, it's no different than us believing anything we believe. We don't even know until you hear this message. You don't know you're even believing thoughts about a you and they. They are you. They are me. You are me. You, we, he, they. It's all the same thing. Wow. Holy Moses. And you bet your sweet Bippy I'm going to be listening to this again. Yeah, this is some deep truth. I'm feeling it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. That bird, when I was leaving Maine, when Lori was seemingly losing all of her worldly things. If it didn't fit in a camper, it wasn't coming. There was fear. Oh, it was a mess inside. There was so many thoughts of, because I didn't realize how attached to the things of this world. We always have to have things around us to make us feel connected to the world and worthy or whatever. Or there's, what if I need it in the future? If you need, I'm living proof, if you need something, it's going to show up. Oh my God, soap. You name it. Whatever I need. Clothes. I've gotten Lori's eye. The eye, Lori, has gotten bigger. And Christina sent clothes. My closet is so full right now. I have to go through it. Anyway, the birds, because it was during the summer in Maine that the stuff was going away. So the little thought that Lori was clinging to was, this was effortlessly going away. I couldn't argue with it being wrong. The thoughts coming up saying it was wrong. It was effortlessly going. That and the birds bringing me back to now. Every time I heard a bird, which is a lot in Maine in the summer, with the windows being open, now. The minute you hear a bird, it brings you back to now. Taking you out of dreamland of past and future. What was done to me, or what I've done, or what's going to happen in the future that's not real. And that hawk now is the only reality. We are those birds. We're not separate from a bird. We're not separate from anything. We are here to wake up to this dream of separation that never happened in reality. In the now, there is no separation. Breathe. Shoulders down. Breathe now. Namaste. No mistakes. I love you all. 'Cause you're me. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Mwah.